Welcome back to America Tonight with me, Kate Delaney. Big shout out to all of you in those nooks and crannies. Charlotte Entree is with us. She's in our virtual green room. Picture that, if you will. She's got an interesting story to tell. She's got a 19-year-old son with autism that inspired her to create a way to keep his medical records secure and get to them easy, and also what he needs as far as any kinds of daily medication. So when he graduated from high school, and I know many of you find yourself in this situation, and then was naturally transitioning into a young adults program, what do? How do you make sure that he has access to his medical needs from wherever he is? So she developed, I love this, what one would call a virtual file cabinet. It's called ListDock. And so you know how we are. We test drive our ideas on people. When we talk to our friends and we tell them, oh, here's what's going on and here's what I'm doing. And a lot of people, I think, told Charlotte, wow, you need to do something with this. So we're having her on America Tonight because she is doing something with it. Charlotte, thanks for coming on ATN.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
I told a little bit about the story. So you had to be concerned about your son because you didn't want anything to fall through the cracks, right?
Initially, it was all sparked by me and my husband and I were watching a TV show, and someone, I can't even remember the details, it was actually a newscast, and this individual was had a medical situation, and the family couldn't get to their information, and as a result, the person died. And as a parent of a special needs child, you're always worried. You know, as a parent of a child that doesn't have special needs, you're always worried. And so when I saw that, I'm like, one of the things they always tell you for special needs kids is always build a repository of information because, let's face it, we're not going to live forever. And so I was thinking, wouldn't it have been great in this person's case if that information is stored in one place and somebody could have gotten to it very quickly? And so I thought, well, you know what? I need to find something for, my son. Well, there wasn't anything. So I just created what I needed for myself. And in the process of doing that, I created this site that I put all our stuff out there, and I granted access to certain things to certain individuals. Because as you do with estate planning, you may give someone rights to make certain decisions, and then other people rights to do certain things. And so I wanted that ability online with information. So I created ListDock for me to do just that, to share my information with the important people of our lives and share it as I need it, not everything to everybody, but just the pieces I needed. And in doing that, the people that I had granted access to was like, wow, can I use it? Can I put my stuff out here? And so it started to grow from there. So over the course of probably the last 2 years, I used a very tight team of very great developers to build it out so that other people could enjoy it as well. And so that's really how it began, out of the need to really service myself and my family and protect my son.
So tell us how it works. How do people, they get ListDock, and how does it work?
Here's how it works. We basically have 4 different levels, subscription levels that people can join. We have a free level, so you can be a part of ListDock for no cost whatsoever because I believe in it that much. And essentially, you decide how much information you need to store. Let's say you decide to take one of our levels and it gives you up to 25 different lists that you can create. And here's the beauty of ListDock. Let's say I'm not very technically savvy, I'm not familiar with Microsoft and all the things that people use in business to share information. You don't have to be with ListDock. You just come on the site, you can start to, it very clearly, simple and easy, allows you to say, okay, I want to create this one list. I want to put name, address, doctor, dosage, asset, whatever, contact information, and it clearly walks you through that. You also have the ability, let's say that you have created information for your son already. You have it in Word saved already, or you already have a list of medication, or you already have a list of recipes if that's what you choose to store. You can upload those documents. It takes different file formats, as well as you can scan and upload as well. So you have the ability to not only create online and not use any additional software if you don't have that already, or already use the software you have and upload documents and pictures and everything as is.
So we're speaking with Charlotte Entree, and she's created this company, ListDock, and it came out of a need. It's very entrepreneurial. Are you surprised at what's happened to you since you developed it from your own need?
Oh, my gosh, I really am. It's funny because they say, just do the things in your life that you enjoy and that's important to you, and everything else will follow. And certainly that's what I did. I didn't have a technology background. I, am a consultant by trade in a totally different field. But what I did have is an understanding of what I needed to fill a void in my life. I had an understanding of how to make that happen, and also the importance of building something that could be shared with other people, and building something that I want for myself to be secure and make sure that it's secure for others as well. And we put quite a bit of work into making sure that the information is secure. We've gone through some of the same background checks and security measures that your bank would to get some of the same clearances, because I strongly believe that as, in this day and time, sharing information is just a part of life. Nothing is absolutely guaranteed, but we can do the best we can to make sure it's as secure as possible.
So one of the cool things when you do something like this, you run a business, you start to hear from people where it's really changed their life. Have you had those calls or those emails?
Yes, and some of the ones I enjoy the most are some of the things that I never really thought about. I heard from one of the users, because we always want to know, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Let's make it where, because it's certainly if there's something that we can improve upon, we want to do that. And so we get a lot of feedback, and one of the crazy things that I didn't think about in terms of people use it for is for their Christmas list. We have one user that came back and said, well, can you add a particular field, because I'm using it for my Christmas list, so I don't read gifts. And I'm also putting a list out here of people who would gift from me so I can make sure I give them their same gift back. I thought that was hilarious. But there are also people who have said, we were in the emergency room and we were able to pull it up on the phone and provide the dosage. Thank you, because otherwise we would not have been able to do that. Yeah, so it runs the gamut, yes.
Yeah, interesting. So, and that's what you developed it for, medical. So I imagine a lot of people use it for that reason, but isn't it interesting that people are using it for multiple things? And how about as you see your company grow, boy, you really have to pedal fast, don't you?
Yes, absolutely, because now we are also getting interest from associations. So recently we were contacted by an insurance company. They wanted to talk about it because insurance companies are always telling their customers to document their assets. And so along the way, they heard about ListDock, and what a great place to do that. So they were asking us about capability and how can we partner with them just to get the word out and be a source for their clients.
Yep. I love it. I think it's so fascinating and so cool that you were thrust into this this world. For you, and of course you use it. For you, we didn't even ask you this question. We talked about your son. How great has this been for him?
Oh gosh, it's funny because I've given him a job, and so he feels like he's sort of part of the whole ListDock team, and I have another son, and we have board meetings, and he really likes that whole idea. So it's really brought a new awareness to him that he can be a part of something, he can contribute, he can have a sense of self-worth, and it's helped in so many ways that I had no dreams.
Yeah, very cool. And you've got users from all over the place, so that's the other part. It's not, you're in Dallas, but this is a virtual world. It's virtual what you're doing. So you have users all over the map, don't you?
That's right. We absolutely do. And now, you in business, you have those challenges, and some of them are very good challenges. And one we have now is trying to expand with other languages. So we're looking to how can we do that, maybe have an interface with Spanish and maybe some other languages as well.
You know what that means? You got to start playing those tapes, and you got to start learning. Start from the very beginning. Hola, ¿cómo está? Charlotte. I love it. Charlotte Entree, you're a delight. ListDock.com. Check it out. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.